Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Jammerit coming to you today with a brand new video, boys, and today we're going through one complete path of the tournament and talking about the tournament in general. So let's get right into the video. So guys, welcome to another video on the channel, and today guys, we are going to be going through the tournament, guys. You know, this tournament is obviously not the greatest, guys, but for me, I needed to, go through and just test it out and then give you my full honest opinion on it. So what we're going to be doing today is just going through the tournament. We're going to be having a whole bunch of gameplay and then going through and collecting our rewards for the tournament. So first and foremost, guys, this cost me 200 tickets to enter. So it cost 40 tickets and then another 80 and then another 80 to get 60 attempts at the tournament. Now, in order to get like the full rewards from one path, you needed 35 wins. So ultimately, guys, we went through and did that. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it was one hell of a grind. Not many normal people would be able to do this free to play, but I had many tickets saved up from previous weeks. I hadn't entered the previous two tournaments. So I thought, why not? I'm just gonna enter this now. Obviously, the rewards from the tournaments, guys, they're not satisfactory in my opinion whatsoever. The first reward is some XP, which is only specific to Team of the Year. It's not the greatest. And then for me, because obviously, like, I had high hopes for this tournament, I have to completely sort of recommit to my Team of the Year plan. So initially, I was hoping that, the tournament would be good enough for me to go for Kante and Alves, but obviously those plans are foiled now. So instead of going for those two guys, I'm just focusing on Luka Modric, because Luka Modric costs 77 midfield tokens, so he is my main focus at the moment. Obviously previously, Kante plus Alves was around, I think, 106, so those plans are completely out the window for the time being anyway, so I'm just focusing on Luka at the moment. Now, another thing which is sort of very interesting is the bonus reward, guys. It costs 45 tickets for me because I'm in Legendary 1 to actually go through and claim that reward. Pretty poor, to be honest. I did it once and all I got was 3 tokens, guys. 3 tokens, one defender, 1 midfielder, and 1 attacker. So I got 1 of each. I just wanted to see what it was like. I don't recommend that whatsoever. They're putting far too much value on the tokens, I feel. So yeah, those are pretty much my revised plans for Team of the Year, guys. Just focusing on midfielders and Luka Modric, to be precise. With there being 84 guaranteed tokens throughout the entirety of Team of the Year, not including points from packs that you open with coins. Also, points from rewards that you get. So it's 84, so Luka requires 77, so it's definitely obtainable. And like I've said before, it's very easy for me to get all the guaranteed events because of my time zone, guys. But yeah, let's just go through this tournament, guys. We're going to be showing a whole bunch of gameplay, sort of like a highlight section of it. So yeah, we'll get into that and we'll just talk about that while we go through it. And here we are, guys. So we've just got some gameplay. It's going to be quite some time. A lot of people have been asking for gameplay. So I've just sort of compiled like a bunch of highlights, just showing you guys some of my plays. Now, some of the games that I had were very difficult, some were very hard, but as you see here, we've got Messi on the ball. And guys, I've been practicing a lot with the shot button because having seen some of the top players use it, I thought, why not? I'm going to start utilizing it and practice it. So I was able to practice a lot using the shot button. So as you can see here, if we just use the shoot button, boom, it's easy. Like, yes, you can try and kill it, but it saves you so much time. We also get another shot here, a long shot, guys. Like I've told you, shots from afar are very important. So here we've got another game. We've got Ronaldo. We still obviously love using the swipe, guys, but for me, the swipe isn't as good as it was. Like, I just see so much potential in the shot button. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and I can see why now the top players do use the shot button predominantly in their verse attack game. But obviously, guys, like when it's close quarters shooting, I always swipe because I try and kill the ball around the keeper. This was probably one of the better goals that I did score. As you can see here, just boom, man, so good. Ronaldo is an absolute monster on the wing, guys, an absolute monster. He's such a good card. I'm only worried about leveling him up to 100 in the long run, just because of that Team Hero Mueller requirement. So that's sort of a bit sad. But yeah, I've been sort of reading a whole lot of stuff about the tournament, guys. Like, it isn't the greatest, yes, I know. And me, obviously, I miss the old tournament. But, you know, I'm going to show you that it is still possible. But by no means necessary is it worth it, guys. In my opinion, it's not worth it. The only, like, good thing about it is the fact that, you know, you can potentially get, you know, a huge pull from the end of it after you complete the 35 wins. But for 200 tickets, guys, that's like two weeks or so of grinding just for that. It's a steep requirement. I mean, obviously you can see that the tournament is slowly starting to improve, but it's still not where we wanted it to be, guys. It's definitely not where we want it to be. This is probably one of the most clutch goals I've ever scored in FIFA Mobile. There you go. Absolutely clutch, guys. Last second long shot there from the left wing from Ronaldo. Absolutely insane finish there. We did have some, you know, difficult matchups. As you can see as well, when you do draw, you do get the stamina back. So that's all right, I suppose. Obviously, it's not ideal, like I've said, but it's okay. In the first sort of few tournament runs that I did do, so this is just highlights of my third run. We did actually come up and get 27 wins out of 40, so it wasn't too bad. So we obviously needed to go through and grind out a bit. But as you guys can see, you know, the higher you do get into Legendary 1, the more difficult it does come. I got matched up with so many FIFA champion players, guys. Seriously, it's so hard. But the first 5 goals that I actually scored in this match were some really well, like, just orchestrated goals by myself. I was just getting into a rhythm. I didn't actually end up beating this guy, I don't think, but as you can see there, guys, just the shot button, it saves so much time, and I recommend everybody trying to practice it. So we've got Mbappe here. Obviously, when I'm in the box, I still love to use the swipe as well, but the last 2 days just practicing out verse attack has been good, and the tournament, obviously. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on it, guys. But yeah, like I said, the tournament, it still does need to be improved, obviously. And it just considering, like, you know, if you guys remember how good the first few tournaments were, remember? They were so good, man. Like, you could play the game really casually. And in my opinion, that's what you want from a FIFA Mobile or a mobile game in general. But just showing you here, so I went up against that FIFA champion guy who was 105, and then the next game is 98. It's just there's no range with the matchmaking. It's absolutely crazy, and that needs to be looked at as well, because for me and for the other people, everybody, like, it's so frustrating, you know. It's just crazy. Like, one game I'm versing up this 105, and the next I'm versing a 98. Like, it's just not fair. But yeah, like I was saying, like, so I feel that, like, what they could do to just sort of help prevent this is just, instead of, you know, playing the games like immediately, what we could do is actually just wait a few seconds for us to be matched up against somebody who is at a similar level. Like, wouldn't you guys rather wait an extra 5 seconds and then get somebody who you're matched up against who's at a similar level within the similar fan rating? That's what I would love, but obviously I don't think that's ever going to happen. But we can hope, guys. We can always hope, but you never know. Also, like, another thing is that I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes when I'm versing higher overall teams, I actually play much better than I do against the lower overall teams. Like, as you guys can see, we've only scored 3 goals. That's absolutely pathetic against a team who was only 98 overall rated. Whereas in the previous clip that you saw, we scored 5 goals within, like, you know, 30 or 40 seconds against 105. So it's just crazy. Like, for me anyway, I don't know if you guys feel that as well. This is another shot that I did learn as well. Just a little hold up on the shot button chip. It's very effective, especially when the goal is open. But yeah, we did actually end up winning this game relatively comfortably in the end. But yeah, as you guys can see there, still utilizing swipe, guys. But in my opinion, the utilization of both swipe and shot button is so important. It's so important for me. But yeah, like I was saying previously, so obviously, you know, like, remember when we had, like, the Kimmich, the Sandro, the Callejon, all those players, guys, those tournaments were just, they were legendary. Even the Freeze tournament, it didn't have the greatest rewards, but it still had that format. Now, this format, it just requires so much more grinding. And like I was saying, A mobile game should be played in short bursts. It should just be played for fun. But this is the final match that we did actually have before we went through and claimed up the rewards, guys. So we will just go through and talk about this. So as you can see, more power buttons, more power shots. So good. Did we actually score this goal? No, we didn't. So it's very risky, guys, but there are sweet spots that you just got to sort of practice and try and find, and then just find your rhythm. Once you get your rhythm, you're sorted. As you can see there, a banger from Dele Alli. Dele Alli is such a good card as well. In my opinion, Dele Alli and Ronaldo are like my two favorite cards in the game. Just because they're so important for your versus attack, and like especially in the diamond, guys. They just get the ball all the time, and obviously Emmanuel Petit, he is overpowered, guys. He is overpowered. At points in the game, there are times where he is the sole defender, and he's just running around. He just runs around. He's there. He's everywhere. He's such a good card, and I recommend if you guys haven't got him trained up yet, definitely train him. But there's the first reward, guys. We get 25,000 XP times 7, so 150,000 XP. No, 175 XP, 175,000 XP, sorry. We then do go through and get up some normal XP. So this is the thing that I miss the most from tournament, is actually getting just normal XP. I miss it, man. I really miss it. Like in the old tournament, we see it so much XP. You know, oh man, I really miss the old tournaments, guys. Like seriously, they were so fun. These are just immense grinds. Like obviously, it's great that we do get a tradable player. So let's see who we get, guys. Who's it going to be? What's it going to be? Can it be something big? Can we get the nominee purple? No, we cannot. We get Iniesta though, so that's not too bad. I mean, is it worth the grind? Like I said, guys, don't do it if you don't have the time or if you don't have the tickets. But I did it for the purposes of this video, and I did it to show you guys that it is possible. So as you guys can see, I did select and do this bonus reward once. I got 1 attacker, 1 midfield, and 1 defender. I wish you could at least choose like which one you wanted, because I mean, some people might not want attackers or midfielders or defenders, or even just make it 5, you know, something 10. It's crazy, man. They're putting so much value on the tokens, like I did say. But let's just go through and have a look at the price of Iniesta before we do end off the video, guys. But ultimately, I'm still very saddened of the state of the tournament. Like, it is a very big grind as free to play, but I did do it to show you guys that it is possible. 200 tickets is a lot. But yeah, obviously they're putting a lot of importance on versus attack, and this is going to be the end of the video for today. Thank you all for everything.